Update: my wife was caught cheating. Posted by Tapping Out 123. If you like these stories and want to see more, please like and subscribe. It's been a hectic couple of weeks. Along with my work and side gigs picking up, the wife and I were battling. I saw a lawyer. After I explained everything, he suggested we try to work it out before he gets involved. The house is still not a business and cannot be sold as such. We would have to sell it as a house, unfinished, which would lower the price. We have sunk well over $100,000 into the house plus the mortgage. The lawyer will have to consult with a real estate attorney and maybe one dealing with businesses. So their fees are going to be high. So, I tried to approach the wife to see if we could talk. I don't know if she is embarrassed being caught, but she has dug in her heels. She told me to leave the house. I told her I had no plans to do that. Then she countered with my giving up the master suite and me moving to one of the bedrooms. I again tell her I don't plan on it either. She then says she is off the next couple of days and will move all my stuff out and put it in the foyer for me to decide where I am going to stay. So I end the conversation. I went out where my supplies were stored and grabbed a new door lock with the push-button keypad. I was going to install it on the bedroom doors once we had guests. We can change the combination after each guest. I installed it on the master suite door. The next day I went to work. When I came home after a day of angry messages for putting the lock on, she was livid. "How dare you lock me out of my bedroom," was her war cry. After back and forth, I asked if we could please talk. She finally agreed. Later that evening, we sat down. I told her I was very hurt to find out about the affair and that I wish she would have told me she was not happy. She did not say anything. So I continued with that: as far as I am concerned, the marriage is over. She just nodded her head. I then told her I had been to an attorney. This caught her by surprise. By her look. I explained what the attorney said, that it would be best if we could come to some agreement on what to do. Our largest asset is the house, and to sell it, we would take a huge loss. She just smiled and said, "I can prove that I have paid the mortgage, so the house is mine." I shook my head no. My attorney explained the house is a marital asset. Both names are on the mortgage. I then pulled out a couple of binders. I have every receipt that I have spent filed by room on what has been spent. I started this just out of curiosity and just kept going as we finished rooms. I can prove I spent thousands of my money refurbishing the house. She was caught off guard by the receipts. She has not been to an attorney. I propose that we live peacefully, together, finish the house. We can then set the band up. She could buy me out of business at that time. She dug her heels in again. No, I need to leave. If not, she has plans to move Stevie in. This hurt like a bit. I got up and got a glass of water to collect my thoughts. When I came back to the table, I told her if I saw him in the house or on the property, I would start disassembling everything that has been done. Every nail and every screw I put in I would take out. Every light and plumbing fixture would be taken down. I said I would not destroy them because I own them. I would replace them with any old piece of salvage material I could find. I said, think about it, consult with whoever is giving you dime store advice. Let me know. Yesterday, she came to me. We had not talked in several days. She asked if we could talk again. She had talked with our kids. I had called each and told them what was going on. Our daughter suggested to her that we stay in the house to completion. Start the business as I suggested. Then maybe I could move out but still own 50%. Mom could run the business, bringing in an employee or two to help run the place, do yard work, give Mom a day off. I told her I would think about it, but my stance on Steven will not change. So I have another appointment with an attorney. The big issue is we probably will not be in business until 2023. The outside needs much work along with landscaping, plus we need to come up with a room for one of us to live in. The room I am in is part of the room to rent. TLDR, the marriage is over. Now it's how to come to separation without bankrupting us. And now for the top comments. You are going at this the wrong way. Stevie most likely thinks he has hit the jackpot with her getting the house. They are going to set you up and then get you mad enough to make threats and then get a restraining order. The next step will wear you down till you give them the house for nothing. Turn the tables on, lover boy, tell your wife to ask Stevie to buy out your half, and they can run the business. Tell your wife you just want to get on with your life. Put the pressure on Stevie to take the responsibility of your wife on his shoulders and let him be burdened with her love fantasy with him. Turn your wife onto Stevie, whereas he puts up his money. Nothing kills a love affair than putting your money where your mouth is. This is where you cut your losses. This woman is vile. She has been using you to build her dream of servicing Stevie needs. Sell the house as is and get out. She was planning your demise. What a wasted marriage. Report her to HR as well as a lover boy. How are two out of work people going to run a band without tech knowledge and an income? You have been over for her for so long. You tried. All she has is this utter cool attitude. The house is hers, and you must be out. No, it's time. Draw up divorce. Sell her and Stevie's dream and take what you get out of this loveless, abused and used marriage and walk. 50-something is still young. Do not waste a moment. File. Do not leave the marital home. If she moves Stevie in, interdict him. I would also sue his ass for breaking up your marital bond. Watch 3 years down. After Stevie pumped and dumped her, she would say she was sorry. But now she really out to hurt you. Just continue with the divorce. You will land on your feet. She will lose everything. I'm pretty sure that since you are on the mortgage, if you don't want Steve on the property, that you can have him removed from the property, especially since you live there as well. You may have to call the police to remove him. At least in the US, you can. Just saying. And now for our next story. Cheating kisses during boot camp. Posted by Plumpingins. My boyfriend, now ex, I guess 25 meters, just broke up with me 25F. He kissed another girl during boot camp, and that broke me. I feel so stupid because apparently, he has been feeling like we were growing apart before he left for boot camp, but I never felt that. I thought we were doing good and that we had a few fights, but who doesn't? We moved in together after he got back. Then he got back and became so distant. He never wanted to talk or touch me. Then a week ago, I got the kicker. Cheating. With some girl that I'll never get to see and know why. Worst part is she's married. I feel so betrayed, but I still love him. I want us to work out, so we were working on us and how to get past the kisses. Then we get the call. Deployment. And now he doesn't even want to try. He says he doesn't want to bring home drama there. I get that, but why am I the one that feels like I'm being tossed aside, like our almost 2 years meant little to him? He says that we need to grow individually and then maybe. A big maybe, it seems, we can see where we are when he gets back in a year. I hate this and feel so alone, and I don't know what to do when everything in our apartment reminds me of him. So now I have this big apartment soon to myself, and I can't think about him and us and everything we had that he threw away. I just want all the pain to go away. And now for the top comments. Just look at the bright side of life. Thank God. He did you a favor. Good luck. So reading your post, I'm going to tell you what I see. You obviously were way more into him than he was you. You chose to play blind. I say this because he said it to you straight. He felt like you all were growing apart before he left. What I believe happened is those fights that you all had was him trying to show you he wasn't as into you as you were him. Again, you chose to ignore. I keep saying you chose to ignore because we obviously both know you did. What's worst is he even gave you both the out, him kissing the girl, but you still refused to see that he was way less into you than you were him. Honey, he was either too nice or too weak to straight say it, or maybe he did, but again you most likely chose to ignore it. What I don't get is when someone is doing all these things clearly showing you their energy, why do we choose to ignore it? Being alone is way better than being with someone who clearly didn't want to be with you. The reason why you can't let him go and move on is because you are romanticizing him and your relationship. It wasn't what you made it out to be in your head. The way you can get over him faster is by starting to see the reality of the relationship and the real him. I am 100% sure he was a jerk to you, And you just ignored it, maybe made little excuses like, oh, he's just tired or hungry, or oh, he didn't mean it. He was just mad. No, he meant it. Do yourself a favor and make 2 lists. The good list, all the reasons why you loved him and any good he did towards you, then rip that list up, that's the lies you fed yourself. Then make the bad list, list everything, all the things you made excuses for, all the times he made you cry or feel bad, everything, even if he says he was joking or you were too sensitive. Keep that list with you every time you feel that you miss him or start lying to yourself like he was your person. Read that list. Let this be the best learning relationship you had, and make boundaries so that way the next person who tries to cross them, you will know better and leave right away. Listen to me when I say relationships do not work, they shouldn't be work. When you find yourself right and true person, there will be an adjustment period, like learning each other, but it isn't work. If you constantly have to make excuses for them or feel like they keep saying they will do better but don't, then that's them telling you they don't share the same energy you do. Walk away. Good luck to you, and I pray you to heal and learn from this. Time. It just takes time. And a lot of reflection. You learn so much from being betrayed. I'm telling you. Honestly, you will be better and stronger because of it. Sucks right now. But it just takes time to get over it. Probably 6 months to a year. Lots of tears. Lots of feeling useless, but you will come out stronger. Less naive, less innocent, less gullible, more assertive, tougher, harder. You'll be okay. What's your say on this? Do you have a similar story? Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.